What's good, fight fans? It's Ashley's Corner. Shout out to the LDBC. Yeah, it's fight week, ladies and gentlemen, and this fight's definitely happening. Both Anthony Yarde and Kovalev has landed in Russia. As people don't know, Kovalev lives in Florida, I do believe. So he just got in Russia, I believe, yesterday. And Anthony Yarde landed 2 days ago, I believe. And as you can see, he was already greeted by people that knew who he was, and they wanted to take pictures with him and whatnot. And he got love as soon as he got there, and he got there at 11 p.m. at night. I see there's a lot of people that's anticipating this fight, and it was highly anticipated by a few people. I know a lot of people think that this is going to be an easy and quick fight, a quick W for Kovalev, and that Anthony Yarde is way too green to have this big of a step up to have a title shot. And people are going as far to say they feel sorry for Anthony Yarde. Listen, don't feel sorry for him, okay? Let me give you the number one reason not to feel sorry for him. Canelo was going to give him step-aside money, and he rejected it at the time when the fight could have been made and Kovalev didn't turn it down. He could have took that money. He immediately rejected it because he wants this shot. Everybody should be able to have the chance to prove themselves. This is a combat sport. It's a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and time that goes into being an athlete. You have to keep your body a certain way, eat a certain way, and work out a certain way. And it's a whole way of living. If you're going to spend all of this time and energy in doing so, I think he only had 10 amateur fights and he turned pro. This is what he wants to do. He climbed up the ranks, and I do agree with some people that he could have had a step up, but a level under Kovalev. He could have fought 2 or 3 other fighters. It could have gave people and fans a better mind of what kind of fighter Anthony Yarde exactly is. I agree with that, but if that's not happening and he gets his shot right now and he wants to take it, we shouldn't judge him as far as not taking it. When certain fighters say that they can beat everybody in the weight class and us as fans know that they can't, we still look at it like it's a good mentality. So you should look at it as a good mentality for Anthony Yarde to take this fight and not run, because he is the mandatory for this fight, for the belt, for the WBO. But I'm going to get into the specs real quick. Anthony Yarde is 18-0 with 17 knockouts. I believe his second pro fight went all 4 rounds. That was the only fight that he did not knock out a person or retire them on their stool. Since then, he's been on a knockout streak, okay? His knockout rating is 94%. He's fought for a small 51 rounds. He just turned 28 years old. He's 6 foot tall, and his reach is 72%, and he fights out of the UK. Now, Kovalev, on the other hand, has 33 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. He has 28 knockouts. He has 2 knockout losses, one by Andre Ward that stopped him in 2017, and then Alvarez stopped him last year. Kovalev's knockout rating is 76%. He's fought for a big 162 rounds compared to Yarde, and he is the WBO champion. He's 36 years old. He's 6 foot, and he has a 72.5-inch reach, and he's from Russia. This fight is taking place in Russia. For the people that thought that, his reach was going to be a problem, just like you can see, like I said, they only have a half-inch in difference as far as reach. So that's not going to be a real big issue. I honestly think the biggest issue that Anthony Yarde is going to have to face in this fight, and this is what's going to allow me to know if he can win this fight or not, is can you take Kovalev's power? If Anthony Yarde can take Kovalev's power, whatever he's dishing out, if he's landing flush Saturday, whatever happens, whatever he's landing I believe if Anthony Yarde can take those punches, he can win this fight. Now, Anthony Yarde knows he needs a stoppage. He keeps saying he's going to knock out Kovalev, and I'm glad he's thinking that way because, again, he is fighting in Russia. And people ain't going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Even if he wins and it's a close fight and he wins in fans' mind and they give it to Kovalev, it's still a loss, and people still going to say whatever they want to say about a situation. So hopefully he can take Kovalev's punches, and if he does, I don't want him to use the shoulder roll that much. I do want him to use his whatever defense that works, but Kovalev isn't the type of person that stands still with his feet planted and throws punches. He moves forward when he throws punches, especially the jab. If he double up on that jab, that's like walking 3 feet. He's gonna be going forward as he's doing that. You know what I'm saying? So that shoulder roll, when it comes to people constantly walking forward, throwing punches, it's kind of hard for it to be that effective. But I mean, Anthony Yarde just needs to be himself in this fight. If you check tape, you'll see that Anthony Yarde is a great body puncher. He attacks the body perfect, and it's perfection, okay? The way he attacks the body in upstairs, downstairs, and how he puts them together, and he hits the body hard. He do that to Kovalev. He is going to have success in this fight. And go at Kovalev from round 1. Don't take no breaks. Don't take one round off to give him a round. You need every point you can get. Okay? Try to make him miss. Don't go in and try to attack, because Kovalev do got power too. But from round 1, this is Russia, and this is, his bags aren't even in Russia. When he landed in Russia, his bags didn't even land in Russia, but he still seemed like he had high spirits. He was still smiling. He was cool. He was unfazed by the whole situation, and he knows that this is just part of the game and part of being becoming champion, and this is just obstacles and a challenge that he needs to overcome, and he welcomes all of that. Anthony Yarde is up for all of this shit, and that's a good thing, and that he feels the way that he does right now in Russia. But I mean, he can't go out there and be relaxed the first round or the second or the third. Anthony Yarde needs to go out there and start fighting Kovalev like it's the 12th round already and he's down on the scorecards. All right, but he needs to be smart with it. His defense has to be smart, and his punches. This is a problem that a lot of fighters have when they go out the country to fight. Their accuracy isn't on point. It's not on par like it's supposed to be, and it's for good reason. But he can't have that problem on Saturday night. Honestly, he might have to do a lot of defending the first round, because I honestly think Kovalev is underestimating Anthony Yarde just because he's young, just because he only has 10 amateur fights and he only has 18 pro fights, and just of huge caliber. And I believe Anthony Yarde hasn't been 12 rounds. He hasn't been 10 rounds. All of those things come in a factor. He's fighting in a different country. This is a big stage. This is a title fight. Kovalev knows all of that shit, and I believe he is underestimating Anthony Yarde. And when he goes into this fight, he's going to be trying to knock out Yarde in the first round. He's not going to play around with Anthony Yarde. He's going to go in there and try to knock him out first, second, third round. If Anthony Yarde can get through that and straight up attack him, be on attack mode, and put his combinations together. Like, if you watch Anthony Yarde's fights, the 4th round is when it's special. Like every fight, some of them fights he'll be getting it in the first round, the second round, but 3rd, 4th round, he's throwing a lot of punches, combinations, beautiful shit. Okay, like he needs to do that when he gets a chance in the opening rounds. Like, but other than that, like, I still have Anthony Yarde winning this fight. I want him to win. I think he has the skills to win. I think he has the power to win. The question is, do he have the chin? Because I know he has the will. Lions in the camp. Again, shout out to the Lions Den boxing community. Thank you to everybody who donated to the channel, and always like and subscribe to the channel. And if anybody would like to donate to the channel, my Cash App will be in the link into the description. Again, I have Anthony Yarde winning this fight via stoppage. Have no idea what round, but I have him winning via stoppage. I believe if it goes 12, Kovalev wins. Peace.